Hello and welcome back to another video, and today, as you'll have seen by the title and thumbnail, I am here trying out MX bikes today. One of the other Piboso games, if you have seen my channel before, you'll know that I've played the game GP Bikes and a few videos on it. It's made by the same creator, the physics engine is the same, it's all the same engine, but it is actually a motocross game, which, to be fair, I've not played many of, so I'm going to be absolutely awful. So if you're new to my channel, I do apologise for the awful riding, but I am more of a short circuit road racing kind of guy, so those are the games I play most of the time. GP Bikes are my most played game, although to be fair I don't actually do that many videos on it, so that's something I do need to change. I keep saying that, but I do need to really do some more videos on GP Bikes. But either way, we're going to head straight into it today, and since it is Christmas time, I'm actually going to try out a Christmassy track, The North, created by JV. It's a track, I've just downloaded it, so I have no idea how difficult it's going to be. Could be a really difficult track, but to be honest, absolutely any track is going to be tricky for me, so that's the track we're going to go with. In terms of bikes, I do have the OEM pack, but honestly, I don't really know what most of the bikes are anyway, so it's going to be a bit of an interesting one. So do let me know, guys, if I pick a bad bike. I do think a 250 is going to be the way to go, because I think anything more than that is going to be too powerful. So I'm probably just going to have a look through, select my bike and stuff, and then we'll get down to the track. So I picked the Yamaha here, the Yamaha YZ250F. Do let me know if that's a bad decision. I have no idea if that's going to be a good bike for this track or what, because like I said, I don't really know much about motocross, so we're going to get straight into it now, and I'm just going to absolutely crash my brains out. So here we are then, down on the snow in the North Pole. I must say, it actually looks phenomenal, because it's a Piboso game. Graphically, they're never that great, but the sky actually looks really nice here with the Northern Lights. I must say, good job to the mod creator for that one. But here we go, we may as well head straight to the circuit, and we've... Oh, okay, that was Piboso right there. That was very Piboso-y, the way the bike sort of flung around. Now, I am playing in first person. I have already fallen off, that's a good start. But yeah, and again, this is going to be the theme of the video. So if you're looking for good riding, you're not going to find it, because like I said, there's literally... Well, I say it's my first time. It's actually the second time I've played the game, but I played about an hour of it a couple of months ago. When I bought it, and I was like, I need to make a video on it, and to be honest, I've just kind of forgot to do it, and wow, I keep crashing. Maybe this is quite a difficult bike, difficult track combination, but I think it's just going to take me a while to get used to it, because obviously the physics are so different to anything else I've played, and I also need to remember the buttons I mapped, because I do have a button to either stand up or sit down, but I'm playing in first person because I do believe that is better. That is what I've been told by people that play MX bikes, and I have no idea. I've probably gone the wrong way as well, so if I'm going the wrong way around the track, I do apologise. But I suppose I'll figure that one out when I get to one of the checkpoints. But pretty much, my goal is to try and do a lap without crashing. So far, that's going to be pretty difficult, because I don't want to stay here all day recording it. Oh, into it! No, come on. Oh. I can kind of see what's going wrong here. I don't think I have my control set up correctly. I think that's... Okay. Again, some pretty Piboso jank there. You do get that with these games, and sometimes the bikes will just flip around really weird. They somehow stay on. I've seen it, people like clips on MX bikes and stuff before that happening to people. Obviously, it happens to GP bikes constantly, which obviously, you know, I've played lots of, so I've seen it happen many a time. But it's like starting from scratch all over again. But I've got to say, it looks so good. The track looks so good. The bike looks really good as well. I must say, and as far as I'm aware, this is the OEM bike pack that I'm using. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these models are scratch-made. They're not taken from another game, which is even more incredible when you look at it like that. Okay, we're building up a bit of momentum now. I suppose I'm only on a straight, so I'd probably be hard for us to crash there, and I have absolutely crashed. Tell you what, I think I'm going to have a look at my controls and figure out what the sort of stand-up and sit-down buttons are. Okay, well, I've got that sorted now, so I do know which button it is to stand up and to sit down. It is the left bumper that I've got it assigned to on my controller. Oh! I'm having some proper funny moments I'm landing here. I do apologise again. Like I said, if you were coming here expecting good gameplay, you're not going to get it. Oh, I thought we were going to stay on then just about. But there is so much to this. I think I have like rider lean like set up as well. Like I think you have to lean the ride a certain way. I think I do have that like set to one of the sticks, but it is tricky. It must be said. Let me know, guys, if you have played the game. How difficult did you find your first time? Obviously, at the moment, I'm struggling quite a lot, and to be honest, I'm not doing any of this stuff on purpose. I know you're supposed to like sort of scrub over the jumps, but I'm not even trying to do that at the moment. I'm just trying to straight up land somewhat correctly. But you can see I'm just going off course. Again, I don't know whether it's more tricky because I've picked a snow track. I don't know whether maybe if I was on dirt or sand or something, it would be a bit easier. Here we go. Oh, again, a bit of a Piboso jank through that corner and down over the jump once again. Okay, so I have realised I think I was going the right way, because you can see it took me a minute and 27 to do the first split, so that's good. At least I'm doing the track in the right direction, because I don't believe the splits work backwards. Oh, to be honest, I think I'd be alright if the steering wasn't so dodgy. I tried to find a setting to change it, but I couldn't even find one that was to do with the steering. It was just all to do with the lean, which is fine, but it's like the guy's changing the handlebars too much for me. I need him to be a bit more static. I feel like I'd have a bit more control if the handlebars weren't turning quite as much. I know, obviously, there is part of it is because, like, when you go over, like, a rut or whatever, the front wheel is going to move, but the bars are just... I mean, look at the bars, they're all over the place. I don't know how to stop that happening so much. Okay, this section's not too bad. I'm getting on alright with this section. I guess it's because it's not, like, so bumpy, I guess, although it's a bit bumpy. I'm just trying to go a bit slower now. I'm trying to use a bit less throttle. I think maybe that was the problem. I was trying to use too much throttle and it was sort of kicking the bike back a little bit. So we go over these jumps, just try to release the throttle. I know you're sort of supposed to use the throttle in the air, aren't you, to sort of keep the inertia of the bike to a certain way so that you land how you want. But obviously right now, I can barely stand the bike as it is, so I think probably my prerogative has got to be to try and just stay on the bike rather than try to go quickly. Oh, well, how am I still on board? I was absolutely down there. The bike was like 90 degrees. Okay, then we've... Took a minute and 57 for the second sector, so the second sector's definitely the worst one, and I definitely went too fast there. I should have probably put the throttle on, sort of bring the bike back in line for the landing, so that was actually at the right orientation. And I went through the map very briefly there. I actually saw the, I'm sure I saw through the ground. Is that like a wolf howling in the background? I don't know how loud I'm going to have the audio of the game in the background, but I'm sure I just heard like a wolf like howl. I know there is like ambient noises on a lot of these tracks, I suppose. In the North Pole, I guess, which is I assume this is where this is supposed to be, is I suppose that's what you kind of hear, but it's quite interesting. So I know some of the tracks they have like music as the ambient noise, like supposed to be from like the fan zones and stuff. But over these jumps, just trying to sort of modulate the throttle a little bit. I think I'm getting a little bit quicker. That's for sure. I think I actually might have completed a lap there without realising it. I think I missed the third sector point. Yeah, you can see I'm on sector 1 of lap 2, so I don't even know how I didn't notice that, and the bike just folded for some reason. That was a bit strange. But yeah, I did go off the circuit at one point, so I probably missed the sector, so I imagine my lap didn't count. But even still, we did complete a lap. It took me way too long. I guess it probably took me getting on for 6 or 7 minutes to do. But you can see, I think I am getting a little bit better already. Obviously, again, still going to be absolutely terrible, but again, from what I've been told by a lot of MX Bikes players, and if you guys have played the game, do let me know in the comments if I'm right in thinking this, but this is even harder to pick up than GP Bikes, which is a very difficult game to pick up. You need like probably like 300 hours to even be semi-competent on this game, which is obviously a ridiculous amount, and I played for, I think I had like about an hour playtime before I started playing this, and that was like a month or so ago, and it was just to sort of test the game. And it's not like I've played loads of motocross games before either, so it's not like I'm used to going over bumps exactly. I think I'm now the wrong way, because I think I respawned the wrong way. So there we go. There's definitely wolves howling in the background. I must say, the quality of the mods, again, this is something I've been told before, that the quality of the mods is just fantastic on this game, and must be said it's true. I know there's a lot of paid mods to this game as well. This track actually is free, and so is the bike pack that I'm using. So if you want to check it out, I'll probably leave them linked in the description below. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get out that ramp. I have to just go round, I think. I'm not going to get back up, so I may have invalidated my lap here. I may have missed another sector. It's as I'm trying to go across the track, I think, is when I'm really having the moments. And maybe, again, that's a bit of a no-no to do in motocross. Like I said, I'm not particularly in tune with the rights and wrongs of it, to be fair. But I did want to give the game a go, because I hear a lot of good things about MX Bikes, and obviously it's been pretty big at the moment. There was a LAN event, wasn't there, I think, at the Italian Bike Show, if I'm not mistaken, which is sponsored by a lot of people, which is crazy when you think this is not even an official motocross game by any means. We have got a bit of a pit board there, lap 1, P1. I guess we're going to always be P1 in a testing session. Now, I think this is the last corner of the track then, by the looks of it, if I can actually get up the hill. So yeah, that's actually interesting. There's only 3 sectors. It's not actually, there's only 3 sectors to a circuit in motocross. It's interesting. Obviously, I'm used to 4 sectors very much. Oh, there was a pit board hanging. And is this going to be our first valid lap? I don't think so. I think, again, I invalidated sector 3 somehow. I don't know if I'm going the wrong way somewhere, or whether it's just because I keep going off track. at different points. But as you can see, much faster to get around the lap that time. Much better. Still not good, of course, by any means, but much better. My goal was to do a lap without crashing, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think my goal is going to be try and get a valid lap and see where we go from there. If I get that on this lap, then maybe I'll try for a no crash lap, but it's going to certainly take me a long time. Whoa! Went a bit quick over that jump. Oh, and that was. Oh! I did a full flip. There we go. I've decided to sort of loll it over that that hill. I actually did a full flip. I can't believe it. That's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's again a little bit of Piboso, I think, there, because I sort of bounced on the ground and just like flipped completely around. But I think the Piboso jank is almost worse in this game because in GP bikes, I know it's really bad on elevation changes, and obviously MX bikes is pretty much entirely elevation changes. So you are going to get a little bit more dodginess, although you do get a lot more updates than GP bikes, so I guess that will fix things. And another face plant, that's a good way to go. But so far, that was a second quicker than my previous Sector 1, apparently. The Sector 2 is probably worse, though, because I've crashed twice already. See, can we go over this jump? Just release the throttle, go down it a little bit. This section isn't too bad. I mean, I'm probably going to crash now, I've said that, but fair, this section isn't too bad. It's quite a nice track, actually. And I imagine as I'm going around more, because I've got the deformation on 1, so we should be creating some more ruts as we go around the circuit. Oh, look at this. Look at this section here. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah. It's always that front end, man. Although, to be fair, I think that was more to do with rider weight positioning and things like that. There we go, then through the last turn. That was 20 seconds under, actually, Sector 2, so maybe actually I'm doing a little bit better. And that was it, first valid lap. There we go, we finally did it. And oh, I've got a ghost. My ghost is on, apparently. That's interesting. There we go, 2:55.6, so that's the time to beat. And somehow I'm pretty far ahead of myself already. I don't know how I did that one, and that was not great. I tried to adjust coming out of a corner, and that's not what you want to do. There's me crashing going backwards, so there we go, I've overtaken myself now. I think this is where I did like the flip, wasn't it, like on the last lap? No, I think it's a bit further on, actually. You can see my delta is just going down, and well, I've just done another sort of flip there. Apparently I'm 3 seconds down now on the delta. Oh, how am I 3 seconds down? Because I'm literally ahead of it. I guess I've probably missed a key checkpoint or something. I suppose the thing with MX bikes, the key checkpoints have to be a bit more strict because it's so easy to sort of cut the course, I guess. I think this might have been where I did the flip. Yeah, I think it was. What is that? That is an interesting landing. Definitely bounced up a little bit too much, it seems. I don't know how sort of sprung these suspensions are. Maybe that is something that's doable, but I'm not too sure. We're being overtaken by ourselves, so we can't be having that one. It's definitely the low speed stuff where I'm having most of the issues. I think once I'm getting up to a decent speed, it's not too bad, which again is I don't know how many times I said it in the video now, but it's very Piboso gamey. It's the same in GP bikes. At low speed, the game is pretty dodgy. We are gaining back on my lap time again. So he did overtake us, and oh no, forget that. Forget I said anything. I think next lap has got to be the lap to try and improve, because I kind of got caught off guard, I guess, a little bit by the ghost at the start of the lap, and I'd kind of messed up already the previous last corner, and I've just done a completely full flip. Lovely again. Right, so here we are. We've started a new lap. At the moment, we are ahead of the lap time, although he's just re-overtaken us. Guess that's why. Bit of a face plant. Try and avoid that jump there. And that was a mistake. Should have just gone over it, but I just thought it might be a bit sketchy going over it. There's my ghost fallen off as well. So we're back ahead of the ghost again. Oh, I think that's why the delta's going funny. I think I clipped a checkpoint here on the lap I did that was good. I think I just saw I sort of went to the wrong part of the track, and I guess it counted. But then obviously I did actually do the corner, so I go like 6 seconds under, but then lose the time immediately, because obviously then I actually do the part of track I skipped. So there you go. If you play this track, you can cut that corner and improve your lap time, although I wouldn't recommend it. Speaking of lap times, actually, if you guys have played this track, let me know what your lap times are. I'm sure they're going to probably be a couple minutes quicker than me, because, well, one, I'm crashing all over the place and riding really slowly, but two, the gaps in motocross are just a lot larger, aren't they? Like, you can be, like, several seconds a lap faster than, like, your closest rival, which does happen in GP bikes as well, but obviously in real life it doesn't really happen in Grand Prix racing, but obviously in motocross, I think that does happen, and there can be, obviously, several seconds, because there's just so much more to it. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit of a groove now in terms of, I think I've kind of figured out what I was kind of doing wrong before as I crash. That's not great, but I think what was happening before was when I was having like moments with the bike, I was trying to overcorrect when really I should have just let the bike sort itself out, which does seem to be the better improvement. You can see we have just beaten our lap. Well, we're about to beat our lap time by a decent amount. We're not actually quite. Actually, we are over the line now. We have beaten our lap time, so it's a 2:44 now. But let's see, can we do a lap without crashing? Because we got pretty close there. There was only a couple of crashes, and there was like 2 at like the last corner. I think there was only 1 crash throughout the rest of the lap. So if we can do a lap without crashing, I'd absolutely take it, because I just did not think that was going to be possible starting this video. I was crashing like 3 times on every jump. That was close. Just about stayed on though. No, we fell off now. Apparently I'm 35 seconds behind though. I don't know if I've skipped a checkpoint or what's happened here. Pretty sure I didn't though, so it could just be Max Hood messing up, because it does happen. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it to go flat over that jump, because even if you land it, you just get kind of a bit screwed. Right, I think I'm going to just finish this lap and go for one more that's hopefully a not crash run, and then obviously if I don't do it, then I think I'll just end off the video, but I'm close. I have well, okay, that wasn't a great example, but I feel like it's doable. I feel like I can do it. Should hopefully get us under a sub 2:40 as well. But again, I'd be really interested to see what an actual good time around here is. I bet it's like a 1:30 or something. Like I imagine it's substantially quicker, because it doesn't seem like a very long course when I'm getting around it really. Right. Oh, come on! Yes, there we go. Right, so here we go then. It's going to be the last attempt right here. Can we try and do this without crashing? I really hope I don't just crash on like the first jump. First couple of jumps have been negotiated. Ah, no, I'm down. I'm down. That didn't take very long, did it? But, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it for today's video, guys. So hopefully you have enjoyed that one. Again, do let me know if you have any tips or anything. I would maybe consider playing this again. Obviously, it depends what you guys want to see. If you want to see some more of me attempting this, although, again, I will be absolutely woeful. But I thought it was fun to do at least one video on it. But again, like I said, let me know if you do want anything below. If you're new to my channel, please do like the video and subscribe, because it really does help me out. And of course, it is a bit of a win-win for both of us, as you get some more bike game racing content in your subscription feed. Although, of course, it is mostly just short-circuit tarmac racing rather than, obviously, motocross that we've done in this video. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're staying safe, and I shall see you in the next one.